Let's get back to the Walt Disney Company and its intervention into politics, plus two other Hollywood stories, a tawdry Johnny Depp and Amber Heard soap opera continuing in court, and the whiny, self-pitying Alec Baldwin with new audio which reveals him moaning about losing work following the fact that he shot somebody dead on the set of his movie Rust. To discuss all this, it's one of the most prominent conservative TV hosts in America. So I'd like to say Megyn Kelly of The Megyn Kelly Show joins me now. Megyn, how lovely to have you on the show.
Hi, Piers. Congrats. It's great to see you.
Thank you. Well, great to have you. And so much to talk about. But I know one of our mutually favourite topics, Hollywood and the sort of rancid hypocrisy which pervades Tinseltown at the best of times. I want to go through all three of these things with you. Start with Disney, because Disney's original position over this supposed Don't Say Gay bill issue in Florida was that their new CEO was going to do nothing. He said, we just don't get involved in politics. That's always been their position before. And I applauded that. I thought, what a sensible position for anyone to take. And then, of course, the woke brigade internally at Disney came for him and basically bullied him into speaking out against the bill. And now all hell's broken loose. What do you make of it?
Yeah. Well, first of all, they started off by misrepresenting what was in the bill at all. All the bill says is that you can't, in curriculum, be teaching 5 to 8 or 9-year-olds, K through 3rd grade, sexual identity or gender identity lessons. That's it. In curriculum. That's too early. It's too young. And then beyond that, whatever lessons are brought should be age appropriate. That's all the law said. These teachers who are like, I'm not going to be able to talk about my partner with the children. You can mention your partner. And if the child says, what is a partner? What do you mean? Why didn't you say wife? You can say, I don't have a wife. I have a husband, even though I'm a man, because we're in a gay relationship. That's fine. You can't get into curriculum with gay, trans, all of that. That needs to wait. And it doesn't stop a parent from teaching his or her child at home about all that anyway. Okay, so Disney misrepresented the bill. And what happened was the CEO initially said, I'm not going to comment on it, I'm not going to do anything. But then Bob Iger, too, the old CEO, was on the sidelines. And they don't like each other. And he tweaked the guy like, oh, well, I would have said something. And then the new guy has no spine. And inside the wokesters are saying, oh, this is awful. We should do something about this fake Don't Say Gay bill, which is a misnomer. And he caved. So that guy has no spine whatsoever. And he's gotten Disney into a world of hurt now because they've lost 15 points on their stock. They've lost billions of dollars since they've gotten into this fight with the state where they should have stayed politically neutral. And at the same time all of this happened, somebody leaked internal Disney videos showing that they actually do, in their own words, have a secret queer agenda, and that they, in their words, are trying to sneak it into films and product wherever possible. So they've taken a hardline stance with the wokesters against not just America, but Floridians. The polls there show that even Democrats are in favor of this law.
Right, I saw that. And that doesn't surprise me. I think a lot of parents would be in favour of that. But putting that aside, it's the fact that Disney felt compelled, because of their internal woke force, to actually change their position on it was what was so fascinating to me. And also, it does expose them, doesn't it, to charge of rank hypocrisy. Because Disney still streams their movies, making a lot of money, to countries where it's literally illegal to be gay. And of course, they have a huge box office market now in China, where you see the Uyghur Muslims are being, persecuted. Not a word from Disney about their horror about what's going on there. So their morality is very localized, very central to this one little issue in Florida, but not the wider morality of inconsistent moral policies around the world.
Of course. And what are they so upset about in Disney? I mean, in Florida, with respect to Ron DeSantis and his bill, that you can't sit down a kindergartner and say, you need to understand what it means to be a girl who thinks she's a boy. We're talking about that right now as part of our curriculum. They're trying to learn their ABCs. That's what Disney's upset about. But the forced sterilization of the women and the people being taken off to the concentration camps. No problem. That's, it's somebody else's problem. We saw the same stuff. I had Mark Cuban on my podcast lamenting racism in America and the alleged racism of all these cops in his head. And he said, you've got to just do the right thing. And BLM needs to go on the courts. And I said, what about your support in the NBA for China? What about the fact that you get billions of dollars from them? Do you feel the need to speak up about that at all? Yeah. The apoplectic Piers wouldn't speak out. Oh, I condemn all human rights abuses. Oh, in China?
But that's the problem. Very few people will condemn China because of commercial interests.